Hi, I'm Isabella, and this is the story of how Jesus changed my life. So I was raised in a Christian home. I have two wonderful Christian parents, and they really did their best to raise me in to really know my faith and not just have their faith. And so I got baptized when I was 12. My dad baptized me, but nothing really changed because, I was 12. There was nothing really I was doing that was just drastic. I didn't really see a change, and I was kind of just riding the wave a little bit, going through my life. And when I turned 14 or 15, I think, I stumbled across my first piece of smut, and it just kind of snowballed. I got addicted, and it ruined my life. For a solid 4 or 5 years, I was anxious and depressed, and I just hated myself because I knew what I was doing was wrong, and I would try to quit, and then it just was a nasty cycle of trying to quit and not being able to, and then just hating myself more because of that. And I really started to push people away because of that, because I didn't want anybody to find out. I didn't tell anybody. And the Lord kept laying it on my heart that, you need to tell your parents, you need to tell somebody. And I just never did. And it was the worst time of my life. And then last year, I think it was September or something, I gave up. And I told my dad. I had a panic attack. I just told him, I was like, this is something I've been struggling with, and I didn't want to tell you because it's embarrassing and it's a hard thing to talk to your parents about. I remember the next day I went to church because it was a Sunday, and I just felt like I was floating, the joy that filled me, and it felt like a weight had been lifted off of my shoulders. And I still struggled, and then I started getting counseling from a woman at my church weekly, and since then I have been a little over a year clean. And even on my bad days, I just feel so much more joy than I ever have. It's just life-changing. I really want my testimony to focus on the joy and the peace that the Lord can bring to your life. No matter what you struggle with, no matter how long you struggle with it for, no matter how gross you feel, it just takes that choice of, I'm going to choose to do what the Lord wants me to do in this. And I know I got saved when I was 12, but that was the day that I really felt like I was actually saved. And it's been amazing since then. The Lord has just continued to bless my life since then in every way. So the verse that I wanted to read was 2 Corinthians 12:9, and it is, "And he has said it to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." And I really like this verse because the Sunday after I told my dad, the day that I feel like my life really changed, they were talking about that verse, and they sang "It Is Well With My Soul," which is also one of my favorite songs. I cry every time I hear it, because for the longest time, I didn't really believe that I was saved. I thought that it just didn't stick right. And that morning was the first time that I ever actually believed that. And then the Lord was like, boom, you're gonna sing it on Sunday. And so I was just bawling. So my question to you is, have you ever felt how the joy of the Lord can lift you out of your darkest places? Because I have, and it's incredible.